Do you believe in love at first sight? Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel and welcome to Vida Day 25. Now, throughout all of Vida and planning Vida, I didn't want to do a Q&A like at all. I wanted them all to be unique, planned, maybe scripted videos that I could just post for you and you'd enjoy. Sometimes things don't always work out that way, and sometimes I don't like the things that I plan. So here you are, a Q&A, ask you questions on Twitter, @_Shakattack. Go and follow me for this kind of thing. With the hashtag #Shakattack. I'm just going to go through, answer your questions, and we'll see what video we can make out of it. The first question I have screenshotted comes from Emily @DonaldDisney, and she asked, what is your favourite thing in your room? I have like a little collection of photos in my room of like old memories and stuff. So we have this one of me and my sister when we were little. We have this one of me and my family when we were at my mum and dad's wedding. This one, I don't remember when this was. That's my dad. This is my nan and me when I was little. And there's probably 2 pictures of those. I also have a little picture of my sister and my brother. These are my favourite things in my room right now. Next question comes from Kate @LGBT Shapely. Who my favourite character is in Hamilton? My favourite character in Hamilton is Angelica Schuyler. She's my bae, I relate to her a lot. She's a lot like me, and I just really like her and the person who plays her on Broadway. She's great. Tori @ShallonsMoon asks, if you were to get a tattoo tomorrow, what tattoo would you get? I'm getting a tattoo for my 18th birthday, so look out for that vlog in December. I'm getting a tattoo for my 18th birthday, so it would have to be that one. I'm getting a little boat, because the line attached to it from one of my teachers at school: a calm sea never made a skilled sailor, and a ship only sinks if it lets the water in. And I'm having it here, so I'd have to get that one. Next question comes from Alois @Dodie's Nebula, and she asks, if you could star in a short movie or make one, what would you like to be in? I wouldn't just know that I would like to be in one. This is actually on my bucket list. In like further down the line of Vida, in a very hard-hitting short film, or make a very hard-hitting short film with like a proper production company and not just a regular camera, like a phone camera. I'd like to be in like a proper setup. The question from Kate @LGBT Shapely is technology a good or bad advancement? I think it can be both good and bad, because technology is taking over our lives. It's literally destroying our lives and our, you know, humaneship. I think it is good in some respects, though. We can connect more overseas because the internet has exposed us to these cultures and these people on the internet, so we're becoming more inclined to learn about them. Not that we're becoming more like open-minded, but because we're not. But we are being exposed to more different things on the internet as we go along. Zara @ShaxPen15 asks, would you rather be beautiful and dumb or ugly and clever? Now, I have a way of getting around this. I'd rather be ugly and clever, because if you're clever, you're going to get a good job with good pay. And if you're ugly and believe you are ugly, then you could just pay for plastic surgery to make yourself good looking. Is that just not a loophole in the whole question? Addy @ShaxMoonlight asks, do you believe in love at first sight and soulmates? I don't believe in love at first sight. I believe at lust at first sight, but you can't fall in love with someone based on the first time you see them. You can say that you like someone based on their appearance, but not love. Never ever. Don't believe in love at first sight. I do believe in soulmates, but not the stereotypical way of like, oh my god, you're my soulmate. Can you believe if we all had just one soulmate? Like, would we ever meet them? There's no way. Like, the probability of meeting them is very, very slim. So I believe that we have many soulmates, and not all of them are of a romantic nature. Ella @Dodie's Meow asks, how have you dealt with losing your granddad this far? I haven't really dealt with it at all. By the time this video is posted, maybe I've dealt with it a little bit more. I could maybe put in my advice, but I don't really have any. I haven't been to the funeral yet. I haven't done anything really. I've just tried to distract myself with planning and editing and uploading, scheduling Vida. I've used Vida, as you saw in the first video I post, that I'm using Vida as a distraction from all of it. So I don't really have anything to tell you about how I've dealt with it, because I really haven't. Rochelle @UnbrokenDoddle asks, did you have an imaginary friend as a child? And yes, I did. His name was Randall, and I used to talk to him in the downstairs toilet. Don't know why I was in the toilet. Fucking pervert. Keisha @HaragiOddle asks, does pineapple go on pizza? Yes, pineapple does go on pizza. It's just food. It ain't that deep. Let people eat whatever they want. We have another question from Kate @LGBT Shapely. How do you feel about people saying that you and Waverley are dating? I don't think it really bothers me and Waverley as much as it bothers Callum and Imogen. And people sometimes forget that Callum is involved in this too. Like, he's my boyfriend and he gets upset about it as well. Because we both know nothing's happening, nothing's ever going to happen, and nothing has happened in the past. These kind of rumours put thoughts in our partner's heads, and although we know they're not true and they know they're not true in an ideal, rational way, it puts ideas in their heads and it makes them feel sad that someone would think that their partner's not suited for them and suited for somebody else. And yes, it does bother me to a certain extent, but it doesn't bother me as much as it bothers my partner. It can be annoying at times, but at the end of the day, we all know what's happening, we all know the score, so why do we have to give them attention? Tori asks, how do you know what to post on YouTube? Which is an interesting question. When I posted the Ask Shapely, you've probably seen it yonks ago, but I recently posted the Ask Shapely episode, and I was worried because it got under like 30 views or something like that. On average, I get about in between 30 to 50 views. That's my average. All of my videos, if they did well, in my mind, they have either 30, in between 30 and 50 views. If they have below that, then you guys didn't enjoy them, and I then won't post that kind of content on my channel again. For example, I used to get 28, I remember this, it used to go down, 28 views on each of the, what I've read in this month's videos. So I just stopped posting them because you guys clearly weren't enjoying them, because it was below average of my audience intake. So it was 28 views. Although it was just under, it was still consistently under the average. It's like the same thing, and the over average stuff gets repeated and repeated and repeated, and then the stuff that you don't really like revision videos you don't like, and reading videos you don't like, and literature videos you don't like. So I just keep those to the side and be like, okay, so maybe we shouldn't post those in the future. The last question I think comes from Emily at Dolly Disney, and she asks, honestly, how does it feel when The Man on the Moon gets bad reviews? Do you care? Of course I care. The Man on the Moon is my child. I spent fucking ages writing and planning that book. Of course, if someone's like, yeah, that's shit, or gives it a low rating, I'm gonna be upset because I spent a lot of time. And it also is very personal because it's about something that happened in my life. I didn't write it for other people. I wrote it for myself. I didn't write it for other people to enjoy. Of course, that's a factor, but I wrote it for me to let it all out and to say to this person that, hey, look, I can have emotions too. I didn't write it in the intention of people liking it. I wrote it for me to like it. Man on the Moon was very dark, and I think unless you're going through what the characters were going through in the book, you're not really going to enjoy it to the full extent. That's all for this this video. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry that it was a lame Q&A, but I hope I answered some of your questions. If you liked it, please give it a massive thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you in tomorrow's video. 1, 4, 3, bye. Mwah.